Happy Thoughtful Thursday, amazing one. I hope you are doing great. Please ignore the eyebrows. I just got my hair colored. Listen, I want to talk about something super important, and it is about how you are eating. I think it's really important that we have healthy habits, not only in the selection of what we are eating, but how you are eating. So, for example, you should never, ever, ever eat in bed, ever. You only eat in bed when you are sick. So when you are, I think that goes psychologically back to when you're young, right? The only time you ever really ate in bed, I certainly hope, is that when you were sick. So you're telling yourself, I'm sick, right? So if that is a habit of yours, you need to break that immediately. Stop eating in bed. That should never, ever happen. You should be eating at a table. That's where you should eat. You should be sitting and eating at a table, specifically meant for eating, right? What you're doing is you're training yourself that is when you eat. When you just eat, and so let's continue with all these other things, right? You should not be eating on the run as much as possible. Look, I know we're all busy. We're shoving food down in the middle of our car, as we're going place to place. And look, sometimes that's the only way that can happen, right? We're driving the kids everywhere, working, commuting. So, and I get that. So that is okay. But I just want you to be conscious of that, right? Also, you should not be just shoveling food in, right? You should taste your food. You should chew it. They have done study after study after study about satiation, right? That you're much more satisfied and full when you actually really chew your food. I can't remember. There is a study out there with how many bites you should do. And I don't want it to get that deep. I just want you to actually connect with eating, right? Not standing up at a counter, right? Now look, I do this one and I really should not do it as much as I do, but you should not eat in front of a TV. You should not. That is just that mindless eating, just mindless eating. You're not even registering the food that you're eating, right? So let's really concentrate on that as you go into this weekend and the week. Are you really present when you are eating? There is a term for it, I can't remember, but it's something like conscious eating, right? So I really just want you to break some bad habits you have, really analyze it, what are my eating habits? Not just what am I eating, but how am I eating? Am I tasting my food? Am I enjoying my food, right? So, and look, with everything, you guys, all we can do is the best we can do, right? But if you're like, wow, I really could just sit, literally it takes me 8 minutes or so, 10 minutes to eat my breakfast, depending on how big it is that day. But, to just be present while you eat. Maybe it's just dinners. Maybe dinners from now on, you're like, you know what? We are going to sit at the table. We're going to eat. And that's what we do at this table. All right. So, and definitely if you are eating in bed, stop that immediately. That needs to stop immediately. And if you have other habits, please share them in the comments, you guys. There are other habits that I'm missing that, you've heard or should change, right? What are those habits that you need to change in terms of how you are eating? Not shoveling the food down, being really present when you eat, not eating in front of the TV, not eating in bed, and really just being present when you eat. So, and I know it's a lot, right? It's a lot when we talk about focusing on what we're eating, focusing on the fitness and all the things. All I want you to know is the little steps you do continually, it gets better and better and easier. These things become habits, right? And it's hard to break bad habits, but you just have to remember that's just a habit. You just need to change the habit. Now it's a different habit, right? So eating in bed, horrible habit. New habit, eating breakfast, sitting down, making time for that. That's the new habit, right? I just don't even think about it. I automatically go sit at the table and eat my breakfast. So anyway, I hope that helps. Drop in the comments anything you got out of this. And I love you. You're doing amazing. One thing at a time. But let's get rid of some of those really bad habits that are not serving you. Okay? Mwah.